Hello, I'm David Allen, and this is one of a series of videos about Life Between Lives Spiritual Regression or Life Between Lives Hypnotherapy. This video will discuss some of the questions that people ask about the difficulties that they've had to experience in this current life and the answers that they've received. The series also includes an introduction to LBL, that's Life Between Lives Hypnotherapy, and specifically soulmates and soul groups, the nature of soul existence, and life selection. Remember that all the information presented here comes directly from the spoken word of real people, and the examples are from sessions I have personally conducted. These answers come from the unique source of individual experience. You can see the other videos by clicking on the links that brought you here, or by just using the YouTube menus. People who are suffering in their lives often want to know why. It's understandable that a seemingly meaningless cycle of depression, for example, is made even worse by its apparent randomness and unfairness, and a knowledge that somehow it might meet an all-embracing and higher purpose might make it easier to bear. But this isn't always the case, and illness and disease is more than likely to be a part of life's variables rather than an integral part of any higher development plan. In my work as a therapist, I know that many conditions that people suffer from have their causes rooted firmly in the beliefs adopted in this current life. The future isn't a predetermined series of events, and nothing that has ever been said to me in an LBL session would support that. In the video Life Selection, I explain how souls choosing their new lives know an outline of how that life is to play out. But this is a synopsis only, and in itself it doesn't actually have to happen. Sometimes that which was supposed to happen doesn't, for some reason, even if it was part of the original outline. The lesser events, however, those that weren't even included in the outline, occur as a consequence of life, and are wholly variable and can be altered by choice. A child born with a genetic deformity, for example, cannot be the result of a life decision, and it is most likely then that such a condition was part of the plan, part of the life's outline, taken by choice. The more that life decisions affect lives in illness or difficulty, the less likely it is that they were preordained. A depression is curable. Many autoimmune diseases are curable, in that there are people who used to suffer from these conditions that no longer do. Similarly, addictions are curable, because that same evidence exists. In time, when our society better understands the causes of these illnesses, the cures will be commonplace. But that's a discussion for another time. However, it's not all about bad stuff. Sometimes things happen to people in their lives that are concerning because they are unusually different, yet they could just as easily be a gift as a burden. Depending upon understanding and perspective, the same life change could be perceived as either. On more than one occasion, people have experienced an increased spiritual awareness that has just suddenly occurred in their life, or sometimes a psychic ability. And that can be worrying when it isn't understood. This is a transcript of a description of somebody speaking about how difficulties have occurred in their life. Firstly, I asked the question, when you chose this body, for example, did you know that you were going to struggle for a good part of your life? No, not to this degree, no. No, I didn't know. So it's been exacerbated because of what has happened in this life. It was like a latency type of thing, but it didn't have to manifest. In the future, it's about not having to have those latent things. It will be like having this clean slate. I went round the loop of having the latency still in. How many times have you done that? Well, there seem to be 9 very significant times. I think as we are doing this, we are resolving it. Now, whether hardship was intended or it just happened, it seems that it's an opportunity to learn and grow either way, which is what's most important. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.